What is up? Day 29. I missed a whole bunch of days videoing, but this isn't really my full-time thing here. So day 29, carnivore diet, carnivore lifting, just hard training, lots of reps, highest weights. Diet again consists of steak and eggs, some milk, some cheese. That's it. Ground beef, meat, eggs. That's it. It's about the most simple diet anyone can take on, in my opinion. It's the easiest diet to follow because it's simple. And the more simple a diet is to follow makes the more successful you can be. The hardest part to running a carnivore diet, I would say, is the hardest part. For me, it's not difficult at all, honestly. But what I would expect to be the hardest part, and what people tell me they believe would be the hardest part, even though they haven't even done it, they're assuming, is people like bread and pasta. And my answer to that is, as much as you like eating bread and pasta, you will like how you feel even more not eating it. I haven't had bread or rice or pasta in 30 days, whatever it's been. 100%. It's probably been longer because I don't eat it all that often. But it's been at least 29, right? And I don't miss it. I don't look for it. It's just whatever. I'll eat, 5 eggs and like fucking, 6-8 ounces of bacon, dude. Or some sausage. That's it. That'll be a breakfast. And then I'll have a steak later and then another one at the end of the day. Depending on, how I'm feeling. I will say the only thing I do believe is I'm not hungry very often. That's a hard thing. It's hard for me to eat because I don't really want to. So I am force feeding when I want, when I have to eat. I mean, not force feeding. That's not a correct word. I would say my appetite is not great. I don't really have an appetite. I'm not really hungry. And that's one of the reasons why I think the carnivore diet is a really great weight loss diet. But ultimately, it's great for build muscle too, because I'm about 200 to 202. I'm floating in that realm, 200 to 202. It's sometimes I'm 199. But I'm really in there. I'm not really going up. I'm not really going down. But the physique is changing, the muscles are still there. So I would have to say the carnivore diet is good for maintaining size. And with my current level of eating, I don't think I can grow much because I'm not eating enough to grow much. So if you wanted to grow on the carnivore diet, you'd have to eat a hell of a lot more than I am. And again, I'm eating about 5 eggs and bacon in the morning, and then I'll have 2 steaks throughout the day. So if you wanted to gain muscle, I would say you may need to eat, 3, your eggs and your bacon, or eggs and sausage, or eggs and steak, whatever you're eating. And then 3 more meat meals, and then see how it goes. Sometimes it's hard for me to get down 2 meals a day. So I will say that is a negative. That might be the first negative I am encountering with the carnivore diet as far as trying to build muscle. You're not hungry very often. The fats from the foods you eat are very satiating and they keep me full for a long time. Hence, really good for weight loss. Now, but again, strength is good, sleep's good, energy level's good. Another thing I've noticed is when you are fat adapted, well, when I'm fat adapted, now that I'm fat adapted, I will notice when I have my first intake of food for the day, I will be a little tired afterwards. You know, not directly afterwards, but a short time afterwards. And it is my belief, I haven't checked, but I can. I do have a glucose meter. I do believe that even though I'm not eating carbs or sugar, I believe that the protein intake from whatever I'm eating is spiking my blood sugar. I do believe I am getting an insulin response from it, because I am getting a little tired. I'm getting tired afterwards. So it's interesting to see. So so what I may consider doing is eating smaller meals. Like when I start this cut in like a week, I think it's actually next week I'm going to start this cut. It would be beneficial to eat smaller meals. So right now, let's just say I eat 3 meals a day. I have the bacon and eggs, and I have a steak, and then I have another steak. What I need to do is eat the eggs, right? And maybe a less meat, right? I need to have a smaller meal. And then a few hours later, have another one. Maybe I will take that meat and eggs and split it. So let's say I have 5 eggs. I might actually have 3 eggs and some bacon. And then 2 hours later, have the other 3 eggs and the rest of the bacon. So I'm not getting such a huge response in my blood levels. You know what I mean? Because we all know when insulin is spiked, when insulin is present in the bloodstream, the body does not burn fat. It's impossible. So when you have a response and your body goes, oh, let me put insulin into the blood, it does that so you no longer use fat stores for energy. Instead of using the fat stores for energy, your body will use the food you took in. So that's why you get the spike in insulin. So when you're cutting, you don't want that to happen. You don't want insulin spike, and you don't want your body to use the intake food, because if you use the food you intake and you don't use it all, your body will then store it. Okay, so we don't want that. So we need less of a spike. So I'm definitely getting one. So, and if you were doing this and you're fat adapted and you have a large meal, you're going to get one most likely as well. Not to say you definitely will, bro. You know, everybody's individual, everybody's different, but I do. So when I start this cut, I will make smaller meals and I will eat a little more often, and we'll see what that does. And I will be right here doing this with you guys the whole way through. Yeah, also with the cut, I will be introducing a couple other things vitamin wise. I will let you know as soon as I figure it out, as soon as I get it together. Anyway, what is today? Today is Thursday. Yesterday I did back and shoulders. I did yesterday, because the day before I did arms. I did biceps and triceps the day before, and yesterday was back and back and shoulders. So today, I think today is strictly a chest day. I'm gonna go after this chest hard as a mother hard. We're gonna go hard. Lots of incline press, lots of flies, and we'll see how it goes. All right, that's the end of that one. I will see you. Leave any questions or comments down below, and I'm the guy that goes through and I read them. I read them and I respond to them. So if you have any questions or comments, write them down there, and I'll respond to you directly. And if it's a good question, I'll talk about it. But anyway, thanks for the support. Thanks for watching. I see some of y'all watching. It's cool. But here we are. Let's go.